Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. So, the folks over at HastingsNow.com just published a really gorgeous, factual look at the Hastings, Minnesota weather, plus a little on-this-date time capsule for Saturday, August 1st, 2026. And honestly, I think this is exactly what a good group of local residents will absolutely love to watch. Whether you've lived in our beautiful river town your whole life, or you're just visiting for the weekend, we've got everything you need to plan out a perfect Saturday. So, let's just dive right in, shall we?
First things first, we got to talk about this major upgrade in the conditions. Like, if you were dodging raindrops yesterday, you can officially take a deep breath today. We're looking at a stark contrast between Friday's wet weather and what's shaping up to be a brilliant midsummer reset for Saturday. The rain is officially out of here, leaving us with just a fantastic day to get out and about in Hastings.
Moving into Section 1. Today's weather in Hastings. Sunny skies ahead. 84 degrees. Right? That is our expected afternoon high. Honestly, pretty perfect. Saturday morning is going to start off mostly sunny with just a really light north-northwest wind, eventually shifting due north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And it's going to stay mostly sunny and warm right into the afternoon. Plus, thanks to that steady little breeze, hanging out near the Mississippi River, down at Levee Park, or, grabbing a spot on your favorite Hastings patio might actually feel even more comfortable than that 84 degrees suggests.
Looking at the whole weekend picture here, the absolute crucial data point under precipitation is 0. There is literally no rain in the forecast for Saturday or Saturday night. None. And as we look at the overnight lows, expect those temperatures to drop down to a super comfortable 56 degrees under mostly clear skies with a really gentle north-northeast wind. I mean, it is basically shaping up to be an idyllic summer night.
So what does this actually mean for your plans? Well, consider this your ultimate Hastings weekend checklist. For the afternoon, you're definitely going to want light summer clothing. And absolutely do not forget the sunglasses and sunscreen if you're heading outside. But because of that 56-degree low later on, definitely keep a light layer handy if you're staying out for the evening. These dry conditions are literally perfect for, tackling some yard work, strolling through the parks, hitting up some patio dining, or taking a long river walk.
Now, before we transition into our history segment, the folks at HastingsNow.com included a little weather joke of the day, and I just had to share it with you guys. Let's see if you can guess this one. Why did the Hastings Bridge put on sunglasses Saturday? Take a second, think about it. Because after Friday's rain, even the arches wanted to look cool for the sunshine. Seriously, I love that. Just a little bit of local flavor to celebrate the beautiful weather we're having today. All right, now that our weekend forecast is totally dialed in, let's step into our historical time machine.
Section 2, on this date, a little time capsule for August 1st. So we're going to map out 3 pretty incredible historical milestones today. We're jumping way back to 1861 to look at a major first in meteorology. Then moving to 1876 for a huge moment in U.S. history, and finally bringing it right back close to home in Minnesota for a really legendary event in 1978.
Let's start right here in 1861. On this exact day, August 1st, a man named Robert FitzRoy published the very first public weather forecast in the Times of London. Now, to be fair, these early forecasts were pretty basic by today's standards. They only looked about 24 to 48 hours ahead, and they used really broad descriptions for massive regions.
But this quote brilliantly illustrates why that moment matters so much. As noted by the Met Office, that 1861 publication helped establish the idea that tomorrow's weather could be studied, predicted, and shared with the public. I mean, think about that for a second. FitzRoy's pioneering work back then is the exact reason we can confidently plan our weekend patio dinners and yard work in Hastings today. It really all started on an August 1st.
Jumping forward 15 years on our timeline to August 1, 1876. On this very day, Colorado officially entered the Union, becoming the 38th state of the United States.
Now, you might already know Colorado by its famous nickname, but the origin is actually directly tied to today's date. It's called the Centennial State. Why? Well, because its admission into the Union in 1876 perfectly coincided with the 100th birthday year of the United States. According to the Library of Congress, that specific timing made Colorado's statehood one of the absolute clearest markers of the nation's whole centennial celebration.
Finally, let's bring things back locally to Minnesota. Fast forward to August 1, 1978. Just up the road in Bloomington, a record crowd absolutely rocked Metropolitan Stadium. If you were around the Twin Cities back then, you might actually remember this one.
The lineup for this concert was just iconic.
Fans packed the stadium to see the Eagles, Pablo Cruz, and the Steve Miller Band. It was, without a doubt, the ultimate summer concert ticket.
But the really crucial point here is the sheer scale of this event. Just get a load of this number. An estimated 65,000 plus people attended. According to MNOpedia, that staggering figure made it the largest crowd in the entire history of the Met. It literally surpassed every single audience drawn by its many baseball, football, soccer, and other music events. Just a truly historic Minnesota gathering. And yep, it happened right on August 1st. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, let's turn all this information into action. First, remember that while our forecast is gorgeous, summer weather changes fast, right? Always check official alerts and the National Weather Service radar before you head out. Second, pack those sunglasses for the day and grab a light layer for that 56-degree evening. And third, get out there and just enjoy the Hastings outdoors.
We've looked at perfect weather conditions, and we've traveled from 19th century London all the way to a historic Minnesota rock concert. Now the rest of the day is entirely yours. With perfect 84-degree sunshine waiting for you, what will you discover in Hastings this weekend? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today. Have a fantastic Saturday. Get out there and make some great memories.